how will you define or express a normal person becoming a judge and a chartered accountant becoming a judge? Whether it adds any value that how to proceed for aiming this target, sir?
As a chartered accountants are trained in such a manner, have certain qualities which other professions do not have.
So, what message you want to give to the younger generation who want to come into the civil services or the public services or the judiciary, sir?
As a judge, I had started putting questions to that particular public servant. He was taken aback. Why? How come this person got so much knowledge about the public administration? And the senior lawyer was so furiated that he started making a comment. The court is thinking like a CA. But although he was complaining, I took it as a judicial honor of my career because I am thinking like a CA.
नमस्कार सीए साथियों, आज हम हमारे अगले एपिसोड पॉडकास्ट विद आरआर में हमारे बीच में एडवोकेट सीए जयवंत जी अवेलेबल है और जो कि एडिशनल डिस्ट्रिक्ट एंड सेशन जज हैं वायनाड केरला से, और मुझे लगता है हिंदुस्तान की बहुत ही खूबसूरत जगह से आप हमारे बीच में आज यहाँ मौजूद है। बट हमको बड़ी खुशी होती है दैट यू आर अ चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट एंड एज अ डिस्ट्रिक्ट जज एंड एज अ सेशन जज यू आर हेयर सर।
Yes.
आज आप हमारे बीच में मौजूद हैं। मुझे लगता है कि हमारे लिए बहुत गर्व की बात है कि आपने अपना समय निकाला और इस पॉडकास्ट के अंदर हम लोग कुछ महत्वपूर्ण सवाल आपसे पूछेंगे एंड विल
पूछ लीजिए। नमस्कार।
थैंक यू सर। From a chartered accountant to a lawyer and then to a judge, how will you express your journey, sir?
See, firstly, I will take your question in two fronts. See, that was a decision which a few will never understand. First thing. Second one, you require a lot of courage to take that decision. And see, when my colleagues who have passed along with me were building their careers as a CA, I was taking care of the burden of dockets and weight of my robes. I had given up my all comforts of life. But then I gradually realized that this is my cup of tea. And there were three things which necessitated to take my decision to go as a judge. Firstly, after my 9 years of practice, I was appointed as the public prosecutor.
Okay.
That made my interaction with the public and the public administration. People from all walks of the life used to come to the office of a public prosecutor. And then I realized that the people have what you call say, in my practice as a lawyer and public prosecutor, I have come across some dishonest judges.
Okay.
And dishonest need not be necessarily any corruption also. If you fear to take decisions, that itself is a sufficient
Right.
dishonesty. So I found that a society without honest judges is a society without foundation. And again, I find that a litigant who is before me is not aware or is not concerned with the knowledge, not concerned with the degree, whether it is a LLM or a chartered. What he wants is a person who has a good knowledge, integrity, and who is willing to listen to him and who decides the cases not on what he is paid or who is speaking louder and what should be the justice given to him. That's why I have taken the profession as a judge.
Great, sir. Reaching to such an heights, and I must say that it is very proud moment for all of us.
Yes, thank you.
How will you define or express a normal person becoming a judge and a chartered accountant becoming a judge? Whether it adds any value that how to proceed for aiming this target, sir?
It's a good question. See, we as a chartered accountants are trained in such a manner that we have certain qualities which other professions do not have.
Great.
Now, what we have, a CA has a more analytical thinking, perseverance, professionalism, and the most important of them is discipline. These four qualities you require as a judicial officer or a judge. That I gained from CA profession, and it is equally applicable in my day-to-day activities of that of a judge.
Great, sir.
Yeah.
Today, many chartered accountants want to pursue for public service,
Yes.
and maybe many of them are looking for judiciary or law or investigation or regulatory bodies. So, what message you want to give to the younger generation who want to come into the civil services or the public services or the judiciary, sir?
First thing that I will suggest them, you must first be prepared to sacrifice something. Without sacrifice, you cannot enter this field.
Right.
Now, when I say sacrifice, don't think it is a loss, but think it as an investment to serve the public. That is what the message which I want to give it to them. Accept this as an investment for the whole good of the public, and you can be a better judge as a chartered accountant. See, I will come give you an instance. A senior lawyer was appearing before me in a local fund misappropriation case. Then, as a lawyer, as a judge, as a judge, I had started putting questions to that particular public servant. He was taken aback. Why? How come this person got so much knowledge about the public administration? And the senior lawyer was so furiated that he started making a comment. The court is thinking like a CA. But although he was complaining, I took it as a judicial honor of my career because I am thinking like a CA.
Great, sir. You have given another food for thought. The court is thinking like a CA.
Yeah.
So I can say this can be the title of our
Yes.
whole podcast,
Yeah.
which will attract the viewers.
Obviously, the court has to think
Yes.
like a CA when it comes to financial
Financial
fraud
aspect.
cases, cyber crimes, etc.
Right,
you
sir.
you deal with local fund department. If you go there and see that their accounting system, you will have to replace the old joke. Why Newton committed suicide? Because he saw a Rajnikant movie. Now you will have to say, why did father of modern accountancy, Luca Pacioli, committed suicide? Because he saw an account of the local self-government.
Right, sir.
Yeah.
My last question to
Yeah.
you, sir. You are here and you are the chartered accountant and from advocate to a judge, sir.
Yeah.
Any suggestion or any message to the institute that institute should work upon, sir?
See, institute must work on institute must not remain aloof from governance. I will tell you an example in my state of Kerala. See, now our state has decided to give a white paper. In that team of who are experts, there are lawyers, there are economics, there are law servants, but no chartered accountant is in that particular committee. The institute must negotiate with the government to put their members of the institute to be in the policy making.
Correct, sir.
Say, for example, in the public accounts committee of a state or legislature, there is no chartered accountant. When in the history of India there was a chartered accountant finance minister, although there was lawyers as finance minister.
Right, sir. Right, sir.
So, my sincere request to the institute is, in governance, you must ask the government to accommodate the chartered accountants in policy making and decision making process.
Certainly, sir. We will have a communication with all the state governments and the central government that in the financial discipline and in the financial policy making, the involvement of chartered accountants can be of much more use. So once again, thank you very much for sparing your valuable time. I'm sure the today's podcast, and certainly it is my different and the first podcast with a judge.
Yes,
So I
thank
can
you.
say it will be much more
It's an
useful
honor
and relevant
it's an
for
honor
all
and
our
privilege for
stakeholders.
me.
And
Yeah.
your journey is very inspiration to us,
Yes,
sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah.